I'm Eileen O'Hara. I'm a Reiki practitioner, a light and energy worker, and a citizen of Earth. I'm also
the queen of rock and roll, Melody Trouble Vixen MTV!
A notorious bad guy from My life is anything but dull. I've had a lot of adventures, and like everyone else, I'm struggling to get through these strange times. So I'm challenging you to become your own best friend. Like any relationship, it takes work. So let's step into the ring and have some fun. This is Wrestling with Your Best Friend. Welcome to Wrestling with Your Best Friend. I know it's been a minute. My special guest today is my sister, Kathy.
Hello.
She's a Reiki master, and you've been on the show before.
Yes, I have.
And I've been away for a while, but something inspired me. It's something that's been on my mind for a while, but I wanted to discuss it with you. And that is all of the violence that's happening in the world right now for nothing.
Yeah, it seems ridiculous.
It does seem ridiculous because it seems like every time you turn on the news, there's a story about somebody getting on a plane and they end up being arrested because somebody asked them to either sit down or put on a mask. I was dumbfounded by it. And it was something that Disco Barbie said. She said, what is going on? Why are people shooting people? Why are people attacking people and slapping and punching flight attendants?
Well, and all this innocent people being hurt by this.
Why is everything so violent right now? Why are people so crazy now?
Quite a phenomenon, I think.
It is quite a phenomenon. And as I pondered it, I had the voice inside my head say, because things are different now. There's this, what would you call it? It's a phenomenon of behavior.
People have squared off against each other like I've never seen in my life over things that we should be pulling together for.
I think I know what's going on because I experienced some of the same angst that I think people are feeling right now. The old life is gone. What we knew is gone, and it's never, ever, 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 ever going to be the way it was.
Yes.
And I think that a lot of people have not looked inward at that. I mean, when the pandemic first happened, by coincidence, my entire life changed. Everything that I knew that was my life was gone. I lost my job. I had to move. I had to flee California before it locked down.
Yeah, I remember that.
I came here and I had no job and no one was hiring. So everything that I had that was in the works in LA, my life in LA was gone. It was over with. And I had to rebuild my entire life, get a new dream.
And that takes a tremendous amount of courage.
And not only that, I had to rebuild my knees and go through all that rehab. I had to learn how to stand and walk all over again. If you have never, ever had to walk, teach yourself how to walk all over again, you don't know what it's like. If you've never lost a limb or had one rebuilt, you don't know what this is like. And it takes you down to the fundamental core of who you are.
Right.
You have to modify everything about your behavior. So, I mean, I have I'll call it good fortune because I think it is good fortune when you have to reevaluate everything and rebuild your life and start from scratch because you find out who you are.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And you find out what you're made of.
I'm no stranger to that.
Yeah. I mean, I think most people have had it to some degree, but now everyone's been through that, whether they want to do it or not. I chose to evaluate and say, even though I was in a circumstance I did not choose, I chose to reevaluate and rebuild.
Well, and I heard a saying many decades ago that stuck with me, and I also would use this when my kids are having trouble or down and out. And I heard someone once say, when God pulls the rug out from under your feet, you better dance, because if you try and stand still, you're going to end up on your butt every time.
That makes sense. That makes sense because in my travels and my rushing here and there, I've tripped. One time I was running through a parking lot and I tripped on the asphalt. I'm like, what is this? There was a huge root that I didn't see. There was a, bump about 4 or 5 inches big. And instead of, I'm flying through the air thinking, oh my God, not the face, because my face was headed for the asphalt. I somehow got my feet under me and ran it out. So I did not fall, but that hurt everything.
Right. You danced.
I danced.
You danced.
Yeah. And luckily my training of flying through the air, helped me get my feet under me and helped me dance. But that's true. So
right. Dancing doesn't mean that it'll be easy.
No.
But it's better than being hurt.
It is much better than being hurt. Yeah. And I just think that people are so mad. They have not done the introspection and said, okay, life is different now. That old life is over. What do I do now? And how do I handle this? I mean,
right. I think a lot of times people don't understand. We always have a choice. We always have options. If they are not the ones we want, they might be better. They might not, but they might be better. And it's best to do something.
But I also think that there are some people who haven't dealt with this, have never looked in, and they want to throw a fit until they get their way. What was that T-shirt you saw?
Oh, yeah, I was traveling recently and saw a child's T-shirt. Obviously, they're targeting grandparents. It said, "I saw it. I wanted it. I threw a fit. Got it."
Yeah. And I think that's what people are doing. They get on an airplane and they're not happy with the circumstances. They're not happy that they have to wear a mask. They're not happy that they're supposed to be vaccinated or get a test. So they throw a fit. And a lot of times they just keep they escalate until now they're under arrest. And
they've hurt innocent people.
They have hurt innocent people. And I think that throwing a fit till you get arrested is not the best way to deal with something.
I know.
But I don't think people are evaluating and thinking, okay, life's never going to be the way it was, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. We have a virus, a pandemic, worldwide virus that keeps mutating. And every time people think, okay, we've been through this enough, it's going to go back to normal. Well, it's never, ever, ever. I'm here to tell you today, it is never, ever, 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 ever going to go back to the way it was.
Well, and it's important to remember, pandemics aren't new.
No.
If you know anything about history, almost every generation has had serious, devastating malady of some kind that's affected the entire world. That's the entire country, your entire community. AIDS
changed the way we have sex.
Right?
They changed the way we date.
What's happening, in my opinion, is once we become lax or start exhibiting dangerous, careless behavior, something comes along to right it.
Yeah.
And true. It requires us to change our behavior in order to accommodate each other, in order to respect each other, in order to respect the earth more. These things are going to happen. And it's what we do about it that makes the difference, and how long we suffer.
I think some fundamental, you're right. I think some fundamental changes that came about because of this. Number one, the way we work. That has changed.
Right.
The way we have to interact with each other has changed, because I can't tell you how many family gatherings we went to before the pandemic that all of the teens were like this. They were sitting on the couch. Right. They were like this, like this.
Yeah, right.
Just, right, like this.
If you ask them a question, you may or may not get a grunt out of them.
But they were texting each other, sitting next to each other.
Right.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Instead of having a conversation. Now people have to deal with their families. They've had to be with their families for months. I mean, there were, for a whole year. I mean, last year, the reason I got my knees rebuilt right before the holidays was because nobody was going anywhere. I would not trade this Thanksgiving for last Thanksgiving.
Oh boy.
Because it was heartbreaking.
You went through some rough stuff.
But just not being able to be with family and not being able to be with each other.
Yeah.
It
was sad.
It was sad.
And it's depressing. And in the time when you needed lightness and happiness, it wasn't available.
No,
It
but
wasn't safe.
the only reason I've been able to get through completely rebuilding my life, completely reevaluating and getting new dreams is because I have a dear family that has helped me
No.
and been here. And not everyone has that.
No.
You have to do it by yourself, but you don't have to do it alone.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a dichotomy, but the work we do for ourselves is by yourself, but you don't have to do it alone because there is help.
Yeah. It comes from within.
It comes from within, but we're here, you know, we can be here for each other. And I guess the crux of what I'm trying to say is we have to take responsibility for our own behavior.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We have to take responsibility for our actions and the consequences of our actions.
Yes.
I have several friends that I absolutely love. I mean, I love these people. And one of them, the way she gets through life is by the generosity of other people. And she's very compelling. When she's around, I am compelled to give her things because she's needy. That's how she makes her way through life. And for me, it's not a good way. And I don't think it's proper to consume other people's lives and consume things. It's very irresponsible is what I'm saying.
It's irresponsible, and it also robs your friend of the opportunity to build real self-confidence.
That's true.
And learn how much she can rely on herself. And when other people come to the rescue constantly, it literally robs her of the opportunity to become a bigger, taller, better person.
I would say this last year for me is very character building.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Because I mean, I'm always working. Number one.
Yes.
One way or the other, I'm always working. And I mean, I guess I always have been, but I prefer the creative arts, which I've had to put on the shelf for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know the name of that tune.
I've had to put what I want to do on a shelf because I'm doing what I have to do.
Right. And there's honor in that.
Yeah.
Absolute honor in that. And it's a season. It doesn't mean it's forever.
That's true. God, I'm going to cry again. Oh my God. It has not been easy.
No.
I guess because giving up one dream and then, you know, you have to get a new dream. You have to decide, what can I do now with what I have now?
Absolutely. What are my opportunities now?
Yeah.
And where are they? What do they look like? And you have to get it out of here and really look what seems available, what seems possible now.
And I've realized a couple dreams. You've helped me realize a dream of becoming a Reiki master.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, you're a very powerful healer.
And coming out, well, you know, I came out as a spiritual healer, a seer. I read energy, and admitting that was a big thing because I was afraid to admit it. I was afraid that I would be ridiculed and judged. And
well, as we were in years past.
Yes.
But there's an awakening going across the planet, and we can all stand tall now. We can all raise our hand and say, yes, I do that.
Yes.
I'm here. I can't tell you how I know this, but I know this.
Well,
and we have to use our voices.
Manipulating and reading kinetic energy is I guess there's more awareness for it now.
Absolutely.
Yes. I guess I just want people to, if you have this energy, if you have this frustration, if you have this feeling like, you know, I'm lost, that, you know, I want things to be the way they were. I want to be able to go out without a mask. I want to be able to go out and hug people. I don't want to have to live by rules. Well, as Disco Barbie so beautifully has said, you know, we need stoplights and we need traffic lights. And if there were no
seatbelts
and seatbelts, we have to be vaccinated. We couldn't go to school unless we were vaccinated.
Right. And look at all the maladies that were eradicated because of that.
Measles, mumps, swine flu,
rubella,
bird flu,
chicken pox,
all of it, tetanus.
Yeah.
All these things that killed people. Actually, the flu killed people.
Yes.
Dysentery killed people. All these things killed people until medicine said
we need to change our behavior.
We need to change our behavior. We need to cooperate. We need the rules so that we can all live. We can all live and we can all live together. And I'm just telling people, get over yourself.
Amen.
Get over yourself, grow up, and
Yes.
take responsibility for the way things are now. Yes, you've lost a dream, but get a new dream, because there are so many dreams out there. And we live in a place where if you can dream it, you can do it and you can be it.
Absolutely.
All it takes is the dedication and the hard work to do it.
And a cell phone.
Yeah. And stop pouting.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop pouting for the things that you lost and start celebrating. If you want to see really a good guide for life, don't be selfish. Go volunteer at a food bank, and that will show you what life is like. Okay? What you have and what others don't have.
Travel to a poor neighborhood. It wakes you right up.
Help someone and do somebody a kindness. And that's going to wake you up, I hope, to the fact that, that you can do something and not throw a fit and not hurt somebody.
Yeah, that won't change anything.
No.
Will not change anything.
No. And I am so thankful for what I have and what I have because of the choices I made and because of what I built out of the destruction of what was.
Yeah.
I mean, that was hard. That was hard to pull myself up out of depression.
It is. I remember a time having been a single mother twice, having had to rely on help from family, and I'm a proud person. It's hard for me to do that. I've always seen myself as capable and a leader and strong. And there was a Christmas when people left things on our doorstep, and my children were so thrilled. And I burst into tears, and they thought it was because I was grateful. And it was because I was ashamed that I could not do that for my children. And I had to rely on the kindness of strangers who took pity on us. And that was so depressing. I had to literally wake up every morning and in the shower say, damn it, you're a good person and you can do this. And I didn't believe it, but I kept saying it until it happened. And it happened, and I have a wonderful life, and it could happen again. I know that. And you just have to be open to the possibilities. And I changed careers. I did something I didn't enjoy, but it brought in the money. I did things that, I wished I could be the stay-at-home mom and take cupcakes to my kids, Halloween parties. I had to go out and make a living. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but it broke my heart. It broke my heart, but I persevered, and every one of my kids are grateful that I did. It's corny, but you have to be that phoenix, rise out of the ashes and fly a new direction.
We are both fragile and strong.
Yes. Resilient.
You have to be. Yeah. There's a lot of destruction and a lot of people who are emulating the destruction, and I'm here to ask you not to emulate that destruction.
Amen.
Let that destruction fall away, because it's what has to happen to remodel and rebuild.
I think something that's very important that needs to be said is a lot of this behavior comes from fear.
Yes.
And it's not necessary. It could be real fear, and it could be fear of something that doesn't really exist, but somebody thinks it might be so. And it catches on, and everyone gets on board, and we manufacture fear, and it allows selfish people to control the masses through fear.
It does.
And it takes a lot of courage to step back and step back again and step back again and say, is there really a problem here? Or am I becoming part of something that's creating another problem?
That's wise. Yes.
And it takes a lot of guts to step back and think for yourself and to take a look around and say what really, really is right now. And get out of your head, get into your heart, and use your eyes and use your hands to make a difference in a positive way.
I
Like
also,
what you said about go to the food bank, anything that's nearby that you know you could make a difference, because you can always find someone that's got it harder than you.
I also think that people are more of a, the words reality and TV do not belong together. Okay.
Oh, no.
No, they don't.
Never.
I have done television. I have written and acted in and been a part of television and producing shows for years. I mean, okay, this is not my hair. I mean, it's my hair because I bought it, and it's my hair because it's MTV's hair, but it's a character. Okay. I didn't grow this hair. We have to take that same attitude with becoming a viewing society, becoming somebody who watches, becoming somebody who doesn't participate. We don't have to dance anymore. We can pick up TikTok and watch people dance. Yeah. We don't have to create something anymore because we can be a part of it if we like it.
Yeah.
I think there's something to be said for you getting up and creating something positive, create some joy for somebody. Yes. I don't care if it's writing in your journal, writing a poem. What is it that you've always wanted to do?
Right.
Now's the time to do it. I mean something positive. What is it that you've always wanted to accomplish? Right. Something positive that you start doing it. Don't wait to watch it on this little tiny screen that's in front of you. Do it in your life.
Yeah. If you have to dance in your backyard or sing in your bathroom,
who cares? Yeah. Dance around in your bathrobe, Yeah. Whatever color you want, do it. It's time for us to get up and celebrate what we have. Yes. And who we are.
It raises the vibration.
Yes.
From a very low, depressed, sad vibration to happy, joy, and happiness up here. And then when you're up here, the view is so much better.
And I mean, I've heard this, yesterday is gone.
Yes.
Tomorrow is a dream. We have now, right now.
Yes.
So make now something that you love.
Make the best of it.
Yeah, make now something that you love and celebrate your Eunice. Yes. Wave that flag high. I mean, I'm here waving my pink and green hair, around because I enjoy being unique. I enjoy being eccentric. I enjoy being, fun.
You enjoy being her.
Her. Yes. Her.
Yes.
Yeah. But she's just a part of who I am. She's just a mere part of the creation of the art that I love creating. My most happy place is you celebrating joy with you. Yes. You're gonna cry too.
Always.
I love my family, but I want you to just step forward. This is your call to action. Step up for good. Don't let that negative hate win.
Tell him, sister.
Yeah. Don't let it win.
No.
Take it, be joy.
Absolutely. Well said.
Joy.
Gratitude.
I am thankful for so many things. Thanksgiving is coming up, and I know we're all going to sit around the table. We're going to have the people we love and the people that we tolerate.
Yeah.
We're going to have the in-laws and the outlaws there.
Yeah.
And I think for me to get through all of it is my feeling of gratitude and just staying in the joy and staying in what I want to celebrate in life.
And let it be about maybe looking for somebody sitting quietly in the corner, wishing they could join in. Go start up a card game with them or ask them what's been the hardest thing for them about this year. Give them a chance to express that,
to talk
in a safe place,
Yeah.
and with no judgment. And there's always somebody that's going to be kind of looking and wondering how they can join in the fun. Find that person and give them a little love, give them a little attention.
Inclusion.
Yes.
Include them.
Yes. It might just spark something wonderful.
I think that some people don't understand that they have alternatives.
Yes. We always have choices.
That there are other ways to do things that I can, well, I heard this adage once, and I think it's true, that we control nothing. We have control over nothing except our own behavior.
And our own choices.
Our own choices, yes. But we can't control how fast the earth rotates. No. We can't control what happens in nature. We can't control, if
a virus breaks out.
Yeah, we're not God.
Nope.
But what we can do is control our behavior in a situation.
Absolutely.
We can control how we react. And I guess that's from practice of understanding oneself.
Yes.
I mean, that was my main purpose of this show, is to understand that we can be kind to ourselves, and by our behavior, be kind to others.
Yes. And that's how it has to start.
That is where it has to start. So that, started me on this whole thinking of this entitlement to a life that's gone.
Right.
This life is gone. What we knew was gone.
Right. And you have to stop and say, what now?
What now? What do I do now? How do I make this good? How do I make this work for me?
And you've done so brilliantly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Every dream I had, everything I had, every bit of life that I had is gone. That doesn't mean I don't have dreams, and I don't have life, and I don't have a good life. I do. I have a great life.
Guess who's still here?
Yeah.
You.
I'm still here. Yeah. Because thank God, I have some good, I guess, let's see. Thank God I have some good upbringing. And I thank my mom for that. I thank my family for being here for me and being a good anchor. And if I didn't have that, I would have to dig deep inside me. You have to dig deep inside yourself anyway, but I would have to pull that up out of somewhere, the fortitude, and you can too. Believe me, you can.
Yeah. It takes a little courage and looking at yourself in the mirror every day and saying, yes, you can. You got this, girl. You got this, boy.
Yeah, I'm good. I as me is okay, and I can be what I want, and that's hard when everything is gone.
Yeah, yeah. You just have to move forward,
and that's not easy.
No,
but you can do it. I did it
a few times. Every day I do it. Truth be told.
All right. Thank you so much for the gift of your time, and thank you for listening. I want to thank my sister Kathy for being so brave to share with us parts of her life and parts of her soul. And I hope that whatever you do today and going forward, you do it with love, and think about all those things that we have and all those things we can give.
Absolutely. It's been my pleasure.
Oh, you hear that music? You know what time it is. It's time for the wrap up. So let's go. It's time for us to break our silence.
Come on, world. Let's end this violence.
Things are not as bad as they seem.
Come on, everyone.
Let's get a new dream.
I like that. Yeah.
That's our show for today. Thank you for the gift of your time. If you like what you heard, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. I want to remind everyone that the opinions expressed on today's show belong entirely to those expressing them. You can email your opinions to melodytroublevixen@outlook.com or leave comments here on the YouTube channel, Melody Trouble Vixen. Until next time, keep
Wrestling with your best friend.